Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the World of Football's weekly NFL picks. And we're in the middle of the playoffs. We just got done with round one, aka Super Wild Card Weekend, and I'm your Super Wild Card host, Adam Snow. And sitting across the table from me, as always, is the Super Wild Card geezer of the show, Randy Snow.
I thought you were going to say super duper over
I
here.
was trying to figure out Super Dud or like
Super
Hooper
duper.
Scooper or something, the opposite of super. That's what I was going for.
Super duper.
Anyway, we're here to make the weekly NFL picks. And of course, we can't do that alone. We have our lovely, lovely fans who have gone into the comment section and left their picks on last week's video. And we're going to go through the standings from last week. And here it is. Here's everybody's standings. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen, Randy. Actually, you can't because it's in post production.
Uh-huh.
But somebody went 6-0 last week. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you got lucky.
Oh, I got
You got
lucky.
you got lucky.
Hey, look,
We were 5-0 until that Monday night game, and we picked different teams,
and
and
I picked the right
we
team.
were
So
ended up 6-0. I'm five and
suck on
one.
those eggs. Yeah, so finally a perfect week, even though it was in
Yep,
the playoffs, so there were less games to pick
six
from.
whole games.
But
Wow.
man, very tough weekend, great weekend of football. We talked about it on our weekly podcast this week in the world of football. That's right, we're gonna plug that a little early this week,
Uh-huh.
where we talked about Super Wild Card Weekend in
Yep.
great depth. So go over there and listen to that, guys. I guarantee you, you will not forget that episode as hashtag poop scrolling
Oh
uh,
gosh.
definitely should get trending. And if you want to know more context, check out that episode. Anyway, so yeah, I went 6-0. How
Mhm.
about that? You went 5-1, as did our friend Mr. Cringe.
Mhm.
So congratulations to you guys. 5-1
Yep.
is not that bad.
Yep.
And then with 4-2 records, you had Liz and Mike. And then all the way at the bottom is the third wheel of this podcast slash YouTube channel is my brother Aaron. And
He went.
oof,
He went 3-3.
3-3, which hey, 500 is still good, but
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people picked the Jaguars to win. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming.
Only you and Mr. Cringe picked Dallas to win.
Yes, we did. Mr. Cringe and I were on the same wavelength, I
Yeah.
believe.
He's a Dallas fan, so you had to
Oh.
expect that.
But Mr. Cringe, spoiler alert, I hate to disappoint you. I don't think it's going to be your week this week for those Cowboys, but
We'll see.
we'll see. But
We'll
speaking
find out.
of those picks, let's get into the it's not even the wild card, it's the divisional round. There are only 4 games this weekend, and I think 4 actually really good games can
Yep.
come out of this weekend.
Yep.
Starting with the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. Randy, since you did not do as good as me, you get the privilege of going first.
I am going to select the well-rested Kansas City Chiefs to win at home over the Jaguars.
You know what? That's probably a pick everybody's going to make. But I do want to throw this caveat out there real quick. If there is one game this weekend, well, there might be 2 games. I could see the Jaguars maybe playing tough enough to squeak a win out.
I think they'll keep it competitive.
I hope they keep it competitive, but I too am picking the Chiefs. I would love to see Jacksonville advance. Jacksonville being one of the 4 teams that have never played in a Super Bowl.
Mm.
I would actually be okay if they won and got to the Super Bowl, even though it would mess up my picks. I still would love to see it. All right, and then the second game of the day will be the New York Giants traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. Now, I'm sorry, Giants fans. You guys have looked pretty great this year, despite getting your tails handed to you by the Detroit Lions earlier this year. You're welcome. And I thought you looked great against Minnesota. You finally figured out how to use Daniel Jones, I think, the proper way, which is get him out of the pocket and let him run around. But that Philadelphia defense is scary. That Philadelphia offense, with Jalen Hurts when he's healthy, is scary. And even with Gardner Minshew in there, they can be pretty scary. So give me the Eagles. I want to say they'll win handily, but I think the Eagles are going to take care of this game.
Yep, I'm also picking the Eagles in this game too, at home. Good season, Giants, but I think it's over this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see. That's why we play the game. All right. And then on Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals will travel to Buffalo to play the Bills. Who do you have in that game?
You know what? I'm calling for the upset, and I'm going
I'm-
with the Bengals in this game. The Bills at home are tough, but they did not look real good last week, and unless they can turn things around quickly, I think the Bengals have a real shot to upset them in Orchard Park. So I'm picking the Bengals in an upset.
You know what? I don't blame you at all. I think of all the games, this is the one.
Yes.
This is the one where it is a coin flip. I don't know who's going to actually win. I am picking the Bills.
Oh, are you?
I think
Okay.
they looked a little better than the Bengals. That Bengals game, after seeing some of the highlights, and man, the Bengals even didn't look sharp against the Ravens team that was down Lamar Jackson.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. I just don't know if either of these two teams, are as good as we thought they were. I'm not saying either team is bad. I think this might be the best game.
Mhm.
But if there is a chance for an upset, I think the Bengals could do it. But I think the Bills will pull it out.
Yeah, I think the Bills are still riding the emotional high from the DeMar Hamlin
And I think that with them
incident.
playing each other, that's just all going to get stirred up
Right.
this week.
Yeah,
So,
everybody's going to be watching this game. This is a game everybody's going to be watching.
like I said, this will be the game of the weekend.
Yep.
Whoever wins or loses, I think this will be the closest. It'll probably be the most dynamic, fun game.
Yep.
And I'm sure there'll be some blown calls by the refs because that's what's been happening in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Refs, get your crap together, zebras.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, the Dallas Cowboys will travel to San Francisco to play the San Francisco 49ers. And Mr. Cringe, I'm sorry. This is it. This is it for your Cowboys. What a nice season they had, but it is time. It is time for them to choke in the playoffs like they normally do. Hey, they got their nice win over a not great Tampa Bay team.
Yeah.
And they're playing a really good team in the 49ers. So San Francisco, I think, should win this pretty handily. They might even embarrass Dallas as bad as Dallas embarrassed Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
I would like to say to Mr. Cringe, thank you to your Cowboys for sending the Buccaneers home and Tom Brady off the field in Tampa, possibly for the last time. That was great. That was almost as good as Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay for the last time, possibly. Those two walk-offs were awesome. So I appreciate the Cowboys for that. But I am picking the 49ers this week. I think they are going to win this game at home. It should be pretty close. Dallas is playing really well again. So I look for a very close game, but I just think San Francisco will win at home.
My favorite thing in the lead up to this game already has been a great meme of Dak and Zeke hugging each other going, I'm scared. We have to play a real team now.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I think that could be a very competitive game. I just think the 49, I think it'll play out like the Seahawks game, or maybe they'll be close for a half, but San Francisco is going to click and they're just going to run away with it. And I hope I don't have to eat those words up because I'm sure Mr. Cringe will let me know in the comments. And you know what? I wouldn't blame you at all.
Yep.
Let me have it.
Yep.
But hey, we're a couple of morons just making a bunch of picks. We don't know what we're talking about half the time.
Right.
It's all just our personal opinions and our best guesses that we can muster up, as is your guesses, which we always appreciate down in the comment section below, everybody. And that is it for our weekly NFL picks. We've already talked about the podcast at the top of the show, which is a first for us.
Yep.
But at the end of the video here, we're going to ask you guys, please leave that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and the little bell notification to be notified whenever we drop new videos. And tell all your friends about us. We would love to get more people pick in with us and get them excited for next year when we do this for a whole other season. But hey, there's a few weeks left of the playoffs, so let's all join in on the fun.
Yep.
And let's just hope for really good football this weekend. That's all I really, really want. So,
what do we got? Only 2 more picks videos to go. The conference finals and then the
Super Bowl, unless you want to do some flag football.
I'm not picking the flag football game. I may not even watch it, or I'll watch about 2 minutes and say, ugh.
All right, then we're gonna definitely have a week off in there somewhere. But yep. Anything else from you before we call this a night?
No, I don't think so.
All right, guys. Well, I have been your host, Adam Snow.
And I've been Randy Snow.
And we'll see you guys next week.